may have caught me just saying that I hate phones and that I could never. But heading to Canada for a green perspective, having a little time in the woods. We're going to go camping for a little bit, so I'm super excited about that. I got a large trailer anticipating my partner to come with me, but he wasn't able to come, so it's gonna be just me and the trees in Montreal. I think actually I'm going to be in the forest on the Quebec side, so that will be interesting. And already I'm seeing that the Ubers are a lot more pricey than they are in America, so looking forward to that. So XOXO. Okay, Canada. So first things first, I checked into the Montreal Hotel, which is an amazing hotel located downtown Montreal. It's super, super perfect for everything. You can get to most things by walking, and as I figured out pretty quickly, you could even walk down to the gay village from here. It was a huge weekend for the conferences, I believe. At least it seemed like it was. There was, I think, an AIDS conference going on while I was in town, so everyone was out and about, and the large conference center is just around the corner from here. So if you're coming in town or you're a professional, you're going to Montreal for a conference, it's also a really good hotel for that. The simple modern finishes, not too bad. Simple sink area. I do love the lighting here. This is gonna be like great for selfies, I guess. And this is the room. Simple, sophisticated. I like the wood and the black. I think it's a nice contrast. Let's get this lovely little stay in Montreal going. So we got an Uber ride to the campgrounds, me and my friend, and it was a BMW that ended up breaking down halfway there. So I had a feeling it wasn't going to make it to the campgrounds. And I was like, oh, I just love congregations of gay people. Like, if I could move to a gay city, like everyone was gay, no straight people allowed, I would love it. Huh? Yeah. Well, I think the straight people in Montreal, they got cars. I said it's a good time to try something for the first time. Yeah. I'll stop right here. We're crossing into the nudist area, so just some pictures to keep you company while we ride.
Yo, like if you squint, you can't see the. That's so freaking cool. It's just one projector does all that. Damn, the power of LEDs.
Alright guys, so I guess this is my last day. I was gonna stay one more day, but it's Monday and I feel like it's good timing to head out. I've had such an amazing time and I'm gonna give you my MTV Cribs trailer edition. So this is my trailer, super cool. Even comes with a full grill in case I wanted to grill. It's got our double doors with our screen door that I always kept forgetting to close that little section too. So definitely got bitten up by some mosquitoes. Inside was perfect. It was definitely large enough for me as one person, but I could have easily had like a guest with me, which I did for a little bit. I had a toaster oven. It has space throughout for anything you need. They had utensils, super sophisticated gays here. So they had like the cake batter mixer. They had, they had mixers. They had plates. They had glassware, full silverware inside. Which my friends told me to bring like plates and all this stuff. Which, in the end, I didn't really need to. Although it was easier because we didn't have running water in the trailer, so we did have to use a restroom and shower to the side. I brought chips and sandwich stuff with me and got a big half chicken, or did I get a, no, I think I got a full rotisserie chicken, and that's like one of my favorite hacks for just easy food on the go. If I'm gonna be eating out in the wild for a bit or like camping or something, you can always make that chicken into some sandwiches, pop that chicken into maybe some microwave noodles, or do a lot of different things with just one rotisserie chicken. So you can see I got some tomatoes and things like that, some fresh stuff, just to make up some sandwiches while I noshed and got super drunk and finished just absolute vodka for most of the time. I had so much fun with my friends who were staying in the trailer, or not really a trailer, sorry. They were staying in a tent that was just to the side of my trailer, and it was so cool because each morning we would come and like greet each other, and like they tell me about how eaten up they got last night, and I'd be like, oh, it was nice and comfy in my air conditioned trailer, but it was super funny just to see like the difference between the living standards, because they're real campers, so they brought everything with them. This is the bedroom and toilet that does not work. You can see I have lots of water throughout because I was getting really tipsy and effed up while I was there. Super broken out, but I can say that my skin was much better by the time I left Montreal, so that's a whole other side thing, which I'll eventually get into here on my YouTube channel. I struggle with what is medically diagnosed as pseudofolliculitis Barbie, which is a type of folliculitis that is exacerbated by the ingrown hairs that I suffer from. So, side note on that, but more about my MTV trailer cribs. That's the spot. You can see we even have to just the left right there, this is a great little thing that I discovered like maybe about 2 days in, so I didn't realize it the first day. But you can screen off the bedroom as well, and I think that also kind of helps keep out a little bit of light from the main area. Say if someone uses the restroom or not uses the restroom because it doesn't work, but goes out into the main area and they're using the lights, and maybe you want to just kind of like keep things separate. And that couch also folds out into a sofa bed, so that's also super convenient in case you're ever thinking about visiting Le Point Bois and bringing your friends. I definitely think the space could easily fit like 3 people. I think 4 would be like maybe quite a bit too much, but yeah, I think that would be a bit too much. But I hope you guys enjoy this little walkthrough. Let's see if Drake has stopped playing and I can play what I'm saying here now. In Canada, and I was placed with this sort of very sort of upper middle class Indian family who was very very sweet, Canadian Indian family, and they had a lake house. And because I was so silly and such a fan of The Little Mermaid, I thought that I knew how to swim because I swam in my bathtub. So when they took us out to their lake house and we went swimming in the lake, I definitely almost drowned. But again, really, like, it was, it's funny because I can always come away from it with a positive memory simply because I never felt like they didn't chastise me. They didn't make me feel like a bad kid because I didn't know what I was doing. It's like kids do stupid kid things, and one of their sons actually jumped out of their canoe, which was luckily nearby, and saved me. So, side note, I definitely had like a side little crush on him. So like maybe somehow subconsciously I knew if I put myself in danger. The mind works weird, you know. Who knows? Anyway, I definitely didn't intentionally try to drown myself for the love of man. But I'm sure crazier things have been done. But for now, that's all I've got to show for you guys. I can't film very much in this area because I'm actually staying in what is a nudist area. So you're not supposed to really film in this area, but I got enough stuff when I was walking around at night here and there, and so I hope this is going to be something I can stitch into a nice little video for YouTube and or social media. So who knows if this will ever even make the internet, because I have like so much content that I've filmed and I'm always like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel, and then I sit down to like edit a video, and then all I want to do is just like send money to my favorite content creators like my sister and other people, because I'm just like, no patience, no energy, no time to do any of this. But that's another story for another day, and I just wanted to tell you about my little camping experience here in Canada. That's my friend's tent just there, and you can see some of the other houses around. We are actually going to drive back to Montreal today instead of tomorrow as I had intended. They're going to go for a day trip. I'm going to stay and save myself a $150 taxi ride, because if I didn't do that, I would be taking an Uber back to Montreal tomorrow because they are driving to Toronto. So super, super excited, super happy with myself and proud of myself for getting out of my comfort zone and doing something that I really wasn't, really have been saying that I wanted to do for a long time and didn't do. So maybe this will be a good thing to also share in my first little camping slash social media post, because it's something that I've been putting off for a while, just like making YouTube videos that I actually checked off my list. So yay, turning 35 this year, finally got a camping trip under my belt, and even ran into like random New York friends who I knew from like over 12 years ago. So sometimes, you know, you just got to get out there, put yourself in uncomfortable situations, and find a way to catch your light even when things seem dark. So hope everyone is having a great day, and I hope you too are catching your light, bitches. so excited. Little Montreal night. See the Olympic building there. Just taking a scroll. Stroll. This is just, I love the red lighting of the street. It totally changes the vibe of like the walking area. And I love also the kind of like Metropolitan Museum of Art stairs where everyone kind of is chilling out at. That's kind of cool. So again, this is the back of the museum area this way. You can see I love like all the little alfresco style like eating thing. Very much how do you say, I'm a sucker for that type of thing. A nice erotic shop, you know, for all your erotica needs. And I love that not only the gay people go into erotic shops, and you know, it's like truly. This kind of reminds me, this is very much like the Time Out Market. I'm thinking I'm gonna call it like the Time Out Market model. If you go to a lot of countries, like Lisbon has a Time Out Market. There's a Time Out Market now in the Lower East Side. It kind of like gives me a similar vibe, but super cute. There's like double level seating in this restaurant here, so pretty. And I love like the golden light, like they've underlit the trees. Lighting makes such a big difference. Definitely not to be overlooked. So, why am I about to make my own waffles here and not sitting in an Airbnb like I intended to do on my way back from camping? Well, I ended up in a horrible Airbnb horror story on the phone with them for easily 2 hours. They basically told me, oh, you should go back and get photographic proof that there was a meth addict smoking and drinking in the apartment when you arrived there that made you feel totally uncomfortable, like you were going to lose your life and get sex trafficked. But I digress. So, I just love the way that I look in light like this, so you're definitely gonna get a face scene. Ah! You can't see me through my Starbucks. So, oh my god, look, this lighting is amazing. Like, I love blue lighting. Hashtag moonlight. They really love a mall. I think I've ran into like 4 malls. And this is weird when you come out of America, like brands just named after states. Like, what the fuck is San Francisco? Like, you could just have Banana Republic. But yeah, interessante. I love the lighting, though. It gives it like it kind of reminds you like in red light district in Amsterdam when you go to like the Chinatown or the red light district. Well, I don't know if they have it anymore, but the red light district used to actually be red with red lights along for much of the way. So yeah, I can technically take this all the way down to my hotel, so I'm just gonna keep walking until I get tired and either take a taxi or not. So, back to the view. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my lemonade And I'll catch it with you guys afterwards. XOXO. So this is my little room here at the hotel. I got here pretty easily. It was like 8-10 minute drive from my other hotel. So let's see what this is all about. Ooh la la. Now, just for notice, we did not have any special note on the door or closure letting me know that it had recently been cleaned, but it does look clean so far. So good. You're getting the very first entry without me like sprucing it up because I always forget to do this. So since this seems customary here, same series of bath products that I had at my last hotel. Nothing special about the bathroom, about the bath. Nice. I do, when I'm traveling, I do actually kind of appreciate just like a nice, simple sort of executive looking room. May not be the poshest of rooms, but generally seems to get the job done. So this you can see the whole room. Not bad, it's good size, king size bed. And from the window, besides the fact that it's really dirty, you do have a pretty nice view of the city. So, cheers to that. Open these curtains up. So here are my thoughts on the museum I visited. It was actually quite a visual delight, especially as a designer, because I'm always looking for things that are kind of tactile and have a cultural interest and relevance that I can weave and put into stories that I make for fashion. And that takes things that can inspire textiles like these vases or this amazing headpiece from Africa. The beading, and I'm not sure whether that's it looks like a type of straw. So beautifully rendered. I love the interest in ivory and elephants and the obvious controversies around that placed here in this exhibition about revolution. This ivory mast here at the side of Jesus alongside the other biblical case and dome. Really, really interesting. Coming from America, where we have all the problems in California with the wildfires, there is this real strange thing about fire being both beautiful in its own unique way and so disastrously terrifying as well. sort of considering the tools of destruction, trying to think about those things in a different way. Very interesting. I love this piece here. I'm really enjoying making these videos because one of the things that I definitely don't do enough, and I'm sure most of my artists and design friends can share, is that we take a lot of images or pictures at galleries at times, thinking that later on you'll go back to them for inspiration. And making these videos definitely forces me to do that, look at them again, and really remember how remarkable, how beautiful they are. I won't bore you with the details, but I got my very first monkeypox vaccine in Montreal because it was starting to blow up here in New York City at the time. I love my nightlife and I like to boogie, so I didn't have any time to be messing around with them girls. Of course, it was so easy to get it there in Montreal. All I had to do was wait on this line right outside of Tim Hortons, got me a donut, got me some coffee, and before you knew it, I was inside. All I had to do was show my passport, tell them who I was, why I needed the vaccine, and voila, it was a very great social medicine experiment. Very or not experiment, but experience. Appropriate. Oh my god, I love this. It kind of looks like Erykah Badu, actually. I love the art here. Oh, very cool. Lots of greenery. Alright, so here's another restaurant. This is Palme, which is located down in the gay village, just at the very end of the strip. It's amazing. I believe Caribbean, Haitian inspired cuisine. They have these amazing curry puffs that I had to start with, and then I had this fish sandwich that was battered and curried that was super yummy and delicious. Everything was freshly made. The drinks were uber yummy, so definitely if you're in the area and you're looking for something yummy, you should definitely check it out. And so that's the end of this video. I hope everybody's having a great day and hope you are catching your light and enjoying your life. XOXO.